I'm like, hey, what's up? Hello. Sorry, what's up, guys? Jerry App here. Back again with episode number 41 here. And we are talking about a game that isn't going to be very long. This episode probably isn't going to be very long because I literally beat this game in like 2 hours or maybe even less time. The adventure mode was like the most shortest piece of shit I've ever played. Although I guess I don't really know what I expected from a game like this, you know what I mean? But, anyways, we are talking Mario Golf. Specifically, Mario Golf Super Rush for the Nintendo Switch, which came out June 25th, 2021. So, during the COVID pandemic. And, I haven't really played. I know there's wasn't there one before this? There was one for the GameCube, I think, Toadstool Tournament, if my memory serves me correct. And I played that one a little bit back in the day, but I don't really remember it. And I'm sure this one isn't that much different. This is pretty much like, Nintendo's take on like a Hot Shots Golf or a game similar to that. That's really the only golf game I've ever really played. I've never played personally any of the Tiger Woods games or the PGA Tours or whatever there are. I've played a little bit of Hot Shots Golf on like the PSP and like the PlayStation 2. And that's pretty much my resume as far as these, like, not simulation but kind of more arcadey style golf games, I would call them, I guess. They're not complicated at all. This one especially isn't as well. The adventure mode just feels like more like one giant tutorial to get you kind of familiar with the game's mechanics, right? You create a me character, and I don't know, it's just, I really was not impressed with this. So honestly, I'm just gonna piss all over this game. I feel slightly bad doing it, but it's like, it's really just, there's just nothing to this game, man. And I feel like the strikers, all the Mario sports games probably kind of have that same aesthetic or whatever, They're more like party games than anything else. It's like putting a story mode or something in like a Mario Party, right? Like, this is like the definition of couch co-op. Like, you want to play this game with people IRL, with your friends, your family, whatever. But if somehow you're unfamiliar with the mechanics of this game, the story mode does a great, or adventure mode, whatever the fuck it's called. The adventure mode does a great job at introducing you to them. It's just the classic, fill the power bar up to the top, fill it again to just direct the shot, make sure it doesn't spin too crazy or anything. And then it'll choose the club for you. It'll choose like the recommended club it wants you to use every single time. So you don't really have to change it. You can if you want to. Like, there's sometimes you want to use like a certain club to get more air time or to get like a higher, not a velocity, but what's the upward shot? Like, I don't know, just to like chip it upwards more to get up hills or whatever. I'm not up to my golf terminology here, so you're gonna have to bear with me here. But yeah, that's really it. And then as far as that, like, they have like the running mode course. I don't even know the names because I don't know, it just didn't resonate with me or whatever. So I don't know what the names of the specific modes are called. But there's one mode where, you have to run after every single shot you take, and you have to run, chase your ball, and then you have like a stamina mechanic, and you have like a stamina meter, and then you have you have stats you can put into your guy to make them stronger. And then the other one is just classic Hot Shots Golf style, where you hit the ball, the camera follows the ball, and then you teleport there to your next shot. You're ready to take it, and then you just, you take the different strokes. And then, you get like an alt, quote unquote, like a special move. I don't even know what all of them do because I just don't care enough to check it out. But you can play as all of the, the classic Mario characters. But I really only ever played as the Mii character because, I just played the adventure mode. So you don't really play as the Mario cast in the adventure mode. And the Mii character's alt isn't really impressive at all. You kind of just hit it and it goes farther, and it can go through some objects like, some breakable boulders and whatnot. And that's pretty much all I want to say. That's all I really have to say about Mario Golf. There's really nothing else to say about this game. It's your classic Mario sports game formula. Better with friends, pretty boring solo. I was gonna go and try the online mode and the online ranked or whatever in this mode, or on this game. I just really just don't want to, though. There's no part of me that really wants to go and do that, especially because, I've mentioned before, like, this was an in-queue game for me. I played it in between longer Overwatch queues. Nintendo games are great for that. You can pick them up, put them down, and just it saves your progress when you sleep the console. Obviously, when you play online, you have to be there throughout the whole match, I would assume. It only makes sense, right? So yeah, that's pretty much gonna do it, guys. I don't want to talk about this. I kind of wanted to just meme it really quick and make a quick episode just for a quick game. I beat this shit in under 2 hours, like I said. There's really nothing else for me to say here. So we'll do game report, man. Let's do game report. What have I been playing over the past couple weeks here? Month, 2 months? How long has it been since my last episode of Odyssey? Couple weeks, anyways. I've been playing this. I got done with this, and like I said again, under 2 hours. So very, very quickly got done with that. I ended up picking up Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster on a Steam sale. One of my favorite franchises of all time. And I actually did play through all of that. So that will be the next episode of Jerry Yap. That'll be number 42. So I'm looking forward to talking about that. And then, classic Overwatch. I've just been playing a lot of Overwatch. I don't need to tell you. I hit Legend again on Stadium, this time playing Moira and Zenyatta. Zenyatta's kind of ass, but I know I already said that a bunch. So I kind of wanted to just go with Moira because she's not like crazy OP like Juno and Kiri, but she's fun enough and good enough to where you can climb. So I was just making it work, man. And lastly, I've been dabbling in a little Pokemon Unite. Yes, I made my great triumphant return to it. Abused a little Cinderace, abused a little Dragapult, all the way up until Master. And now the games actually got significantly harder too, which is kind of crazy because last time I remember playing this game, the matchmaking was just all over the place. But it seems when you actually get to Master, like the players are actually a lot better. So if I want to climb and try out the draft and Unite, I got to lock in a little bit here, all right? So yeah, that's going to do it. Quick meme podcast, quick little fucking Mario Golf. Nothing to talk about here really. So yeah, look out for the Dead Rising episode. That one's going to be a lot more in-depth just because I love that fucking franchise so much. I'll spoil a little bit. I think the Deluxe Remaster was mostly a success. I got a few little criticisms about it, but overall, it does a good job at delivering the first game in a more modern format. But yeah, that's going to do it, guys. Thank you for being a fellow retard. Don't forget to exercise, you fat piece of shit. Don't forget to drink water, you fat piece of shit. As always, have a nice week. Have a nice weekend. Have a nice weekday whenever you're listening. Goodbye. Peace.